Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another nerdy episode of another nerdy talk show where we talk nerd. My goodness, what a week. Trailers, games, more movie stuff. Oh boy, there's a lot to talk about. So let's talk about what we're going to be talking about. Tonight, we got trailers for BAM! Oh my god, I actually did it right this time. We got a trailer for the Matrix Resurrections, Return to Hogwarts, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Sonic 2, and Halo. The Paramount show, not a game, unfortunately. Then again, I don't play Xbox, so why not? We also, with the upcoming Spider-Man movie on the way, we got more news. Apparently, one of the actors told somebody the ending. Surprisingly enough, it wasn't Holland this time. Nothing has been leaked out, or at least I hope not, because I've been avoiding leaks like crazy, but you know. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. I actually got something to celebrate the occasion of Spider-Man returning. Speaking of Marvel, we also got news on 2 upcoming sequels. A few of them that are in the works right now, including one that's meant for Disney+. Based on that image, I'm guessing we're getting some hints of what one of those sequels will be. And lastly, we got the Game Awards that happened this week. We're going to be discussing who won, what we think real quick, and just run through all that. And man, there was a lot to talk about, mainly just commercials. All that and more tonight on another Nerdy Talk Show. We'll be right back.
You're watching another Nerdy Talk Show. And yes, as promised, there will be free food. So you better have brought us something good.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Nerdy Talk Show where we talk nerd. I'm here tonight with my friend Kuma the Sleepy, and Cruiser will be late as usual, and blah 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 blah. How are you this fine night, Mr. Kuma? Kuma. Kuma. Alright, I guess he's not here right now, so I apologize. Thanks, Kuma. I appreciate that sweet sense of longevity. Let's ask where he is. I don't know. He's probably somewhere. He'll be here momentarily. So, we got a lot to discuss tonight. And yes, that Spider-Man movie, that's going to be the big talk next week, I assure you. I assure you, everything next week will be Spider-Man. If you don't know, I have my Christmas tree on over there. I can't tilt my camera, unfortunately, so yeah. And stuff like that. So, hope you're all doing fine this week. I've done a lot. Been thinking a lot. I unfortunately was not able to get a lot of stuff done with World Part 2, but that's another story for the Final 5. So, yeah. Okay, seriously, this is kind of getting annoying now. Kuma, where the heck are you? Oh.
My freaking... yeah, you can hear me now, can you?
Yes, I can.
Alright, for some reason, like, Discord was just going like, hey, you need an update.
Oh my god, Kuma, why did you abandon me? You ran away with Discord, and now you got the coronavirus. This is just crazy.
Oh, be quiet. But no, yeah, like, Discord was just like, yeah, we need to upgrade your stuff, so that means all your settings have to be reset for some freaking reason.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying when you, like, reset audio and everything. So anyway, let's just get to the point. Kuma, how are you this fine day?
Doing great. I finished playing a D&D session, so that was awesome.
Dind. You like going back to playing Dind, man. Dirty deeds in the Dinder cheat. Had some.
Ooh, also, I will show off an early Christmas present I got myself.
Yeah, I got myself one too.
I can guarantee mine's more awesome.
We'll see what happens.
Alright, hold on. Putting it on.
Okay, I'm afraid. I think this is why he had the camera off.
Yeah, hold on, I gotta...
My body's ready. Here it comes.
Huzzah!
Oh my god. I'm in virtual... It's like I'm really there. So what, are you doing this whole stream in VR?
I need to put my headphones on. So if you're talking, hold on.
This is the first time I've ever seen Kuma on my stream without his bandana. Or headband, or whatever it is. Derpy is best Tony, how you doing tonight? Please stay...
Alright, there he goes.
Yeah, there you go. I can't tell you have like those little two cameras in the front there that looks like Baymax. So you're watching me on the VR right now?
No. I can do that though. Hold on.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Does this mean you'll be able to see you'll be able to see the person tied up on, next to my door over there?
It's really cool though. No lie, I really like
imagine
this.
it would be. It looks really cool. Have fun playing.
Dude.
So is that an Oculus or a Vive?
Oculus, the Quest 2.
Oh, cool. I guess it is better than what I got myself. Look at him jamming out to his cool headphones there. You look like an Animal Crossing character that's running around with a VR set. So, if you want to see what I got, in honor of Spider-Man coming out, we'll be getting to that. I got this. I was at Disney Springs doing my holiday shopping, and when I arrived, I saw this on the shelf, and I looked at it, and I'm like, I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. But then I reached over and grabbed it, so check it out. I got this.
Damn, nice.
The Iron Spider helmet, dude.
Alright, hold on. I need to find my glasses. There they go.
I have this new hobby I'm starting to take up of collecting helmets.
Helmets?
Yeah, like there's this one down at the game shop of the pink Power Ranger I'm thinking about getting.
Oh, cool.
But this Spider-Man helmet has some cool features. Hold on, I'm going to turn it on in just a moment. I'm just going to put it on.
Not gonna lie, I also want to start up a cool collection of stuff as well too.
Don't you have a good collection of bandanas or headbands or whatever you call
No,
them?
that's not a collection. That's just an accessory where.
I'm gonna put it on. Take a look. How's it look?
Wanky. Nice.
Can I put this on my ears now? There we go.
Can you hear me?
I'm gamer.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
I can hear myself good. Look at me. I'm gamer Spider-Man. Watch this.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. That's pretty sweet.
Yep, all I can see is blue, but I can turn it down. And want to see something even cooler? Watch this. Watch this. Karen, activate instant kill.
Oh, that's awesome. That's badass. I like it.
I'm controlling it with my jaw. It's really cool. Yeah, I'll do the rest of the stream with this.
Yeah, go ahead. I dare you.
In honor of Spidey.
Hold on, actually, I'm gonna change my background then.
No, you change it to something that's already like that, but whatever you want, it's your video. Oh my god, the sight in this thing is crazy. You going with Miguel again?
Yeah, the guy's pretty awesome. I was recently rewatching some videos of playthroughs of some of the games, some of the Spider-Man games that he's in.
Yeah.
He's in this.
He's one that I know of. It's the Spider-Verse one. Isn't he in in the Lego Marvel games?
I think they always include everyone in the Lego games.
I can't fit this on the head. Oh well, that's close enough.
There we go. Make it look like
you love your Spider-Man 2099 or future Spider-Man as I call him.
Yeah. No lie, yeah, because he's like, it goes down to the whole. It's because I'm a whole tech person. I love technology, and dude, the only reason I would love to live is just to see how much it all looks like we want it to. I guess, we know because of how the future wanted things to be how it is in 2000 whatever now.
Mm-hmm. Not dead.
We don't have real hoverboards. Still pissed at that.
Kind of at that. Big shout out to our fans in Kentucky right now. Hope you guys are doing okay.
Oh yeah, shout out to Kentucky.
Really,
dude.
Really hope you guys are getting through okay. We're thinking of you. We promise you. With that said, let's begin the show here. First of all, we're going to talk about our trailers this week.
Ooh, yay.
The first one was The Matrix Resurrection. As soon as I can get on here. Sorry, it's a little bit hard to see with my hat, with this helmet. There we go. Hold on, I'm doing the wrong one. I did something wrong. To see through this helmet, I gotta look through one side, and it's kind of annoying.
Oh yeah, that's how it kind of is with the Oculus.
Yeah, it's
but
you can
just
only see like this because if I look dead on, it's impossible to see unless I'm walking or something. I should totally walk down the street and do like the whole get on.
you gotta wear like, oh, you should do that for if you go to Hall Met. You should do that. You should do that. Just like wear like a all black suit and everything, and then wear the mask going.
I can't. I need a full suit. I'm too fat to be Spider-Man. Anyway, let's go on here. The first trailer we got was Matrix Resurrection. I gotta get this off my face. I'm sorry.
No, I mean a Spider-Man suit. I just mean like a suit and tie, like in the movie, like how he wore the like the all black suit and tie. Basically, that's what he did.
It is Evan. Drippy's best pony says it is Evan Man. Man, yes I am. I'm Evan and I'm the man then, dude. And I got plenty of other stuff to show off that I did this week, so stick around this whole stream and you'll see some cool stuff. I did like some art I was doing. Anyway, so let's talk about The Matrix Resurrection. Here's my question to you. After seeing this trailer, do you care? I think that's the big question about this Matrix movie is do you even care?
Yeah, because again, I think we said this before. Like, who asked for another Matrix movie? Was it like was that a question we put out there? Because I think it was on the stream. Yeah.
Yeah. Who asked for another Matrix movie? Then again, I'm gonna just lay this out here. I have not seen any of the Matrix movies. They really did not grab my attention. I know.
I didn't see the what was the animated version?
Animatrix.
Yeah, that I didn't really fully see that.
I heard that's really good.
Yeah, some of the animation style in that is pretty sweet. I hear.
Yeah, even Keanu Reeves has a couple of roles in there, from what I heard. But I heard that was the last good thing Matrix related that was made. I mean, what else do we got? Crappy video games, a bunch of crappy sequels, and
oh, actually, speaking of crappy video games, they're remaking the Matrix game, I think.
Yeah, I saw that at the Game Awards. They showed the graphics in that looked pretty.
Somewhat early 2000-ish, I want to say.
I wouldn't say no. It looked clean, but
or
like early 2018 kind of deal. Yes, I am fat, Dopey.
I'll say 15-ish maybe.
Yeah, 15. That's fine. 15. But yeah, it's apparently coming out there.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna play it. I'll watch people play it, but I don't think I'm gonna play it myself.
Well, I'm probably not gonna see the movie either because I really don't even know what's going on. Like I said, I haven't seen the movies, but I kind of got an idea of what it is. It's another world that you don't see and whatever. But
the way that this is supposed to work out in this is that he works for a video game company or something like that. He works for a different company as something, either making a video game or something that has to do with producing something, because like they use some of the stuff in the Matrix as like stuff in the game or something like that.
I think I got that one. They're like, I couldn't really even follow what was going on there. I just saw some cool effects. Keanu Reeves jumps off a roof, but he doesn't. I don't know what's going on. Like the Matrix always confused me.
You know, it's gonna be the one big question though.
What?
Does he still know kung fu?
I don't know. Keanu Reeves is still good though. Either way, regardless. Don't say that, please. Anyway, someone said Evan for President 2024. Yeah, kaboom.
Oh god.
Kaboom.
I am really curious. What do you think? Like, what movie do you think would really be a cool part for Keanu Reeves? Or no. Sorry, let me rephrase that. If you were to make a movie, what kind of character would you cast Keanu Reeves as? Like overall, like what do you see him as, like the overall character, basically? Like,
I'm trying to think with that cool hairstyle. Come on, his hairstyle is cool. When he was in when he was in that recent Bill and Ted movie, don't look at me in the eyes and tell me, yeah, he didn't look like he looked exactly like Professor Snape.
No, yeah, dude, I'm totally for him keeping it just like medium length, that just shoulder right
Yeah,
there.
no,
Like
I want to
it's
achieve
freaking
that.
awesome.
I want to achieve that, but like to answer the question, I don't know. He has one of
Cause
those.
like
He does look like a character from a cyberpunk movie. I'll say that.
he always, I don't know why, he always seems like the character that you play to be that struggling character. I want to say the struggling main character a bit.
I'm trying to think if he was a Marvel hero, who would he be?
Hmm.
What can't you cast Keanu Reeves as these days?
That is a good question. Well, the hero question thing.
Answer that now, chat. I demand you. Let's talk about something else going on here. Harry Potter. More specifically,
You
Harry Potter and Return to Hogwarts. We're going back to school. A piece of pizza at Love Eating Cats. That's what the chat said. You're going to need to explain that to me. So, yeah, Return to Hogwarts. As we mentioned a long time ago, that HBO Max is doing a 20th anniversary of Harry Potter movies. The cast is going to return for the reunion special, including Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grant, and much more returning. I'm just going to go down the list of everybody coming back for this reunion. And this isn't apparently even all of them, but I'm just going to go over them real quick. Helena Bonham Carter, Robbie Coltrane, Ralph Fiennes, Jason Isaacs, Gary Oldman, Tom Felton, James Phelps, Oliver Phelps, Mark Williams, Bonnie Wright, Alfred Enoch, Matthew Lewis, and Ivana Lynch.
Oh, nice.
I wouldn't be surprised if I'm really hoping Kenneth Branagh comes in, because that would be so weird.
Okay. So a bit back on the Keanu Reeves thing, the hero thing.
All right.
So back on my idea where I said like he would be the struggling kind of character.
Yeah.
So you know who almost fits that and would kind of fit like his John Wick style of being the same character almost.
Yeah. What?
The freaking Punisher.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
The freaking Punisher. Like just how his story starts.
I got a better one. Ghost Rider.
I could see that freaking I could see that as well too. Damn, either one.
Keanu Reeves or Norman Reedus as Ghost Rider. That would be awesome.
Ooh, Norman. Yeah, damn, yeah, Norman Reedus would make a cool Ghost Rider because Ghost Rider could literally be anybody.
Someone brought up Norman Reedus on Twitter one day of him playing Ghost Rider. It shows him on a motorcycle with all these zombies behind him, and he says "Ready to roll."
Dude, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, freaking Daryl, man. But yeah, anyway, we're at the Potter thing there. The cast will be sharing their memories of being on the set of the movies. It's going to be an HBO special that's going on January 1st, 2022. And like I said, there's even more people coming to this reunion. I don't even know what else is going on there. Also, this Monday, damn it, we got our first. What?
Oh wait, hold on. I love how this Harry Potter thing is almost like their literal like school reunion at Hogwarts in a way. But when you think about it, no one else got a reunion. Like we didn't see any other teachers that were like coming in to have a thing with other teachers or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean,
but here these students get a thing of being like, oh yes, like oh my yes, we haven't been here in quite a long time.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense.
Teachers from all around have been like, huh? You remember when we went to Hogwarts? Yes, that was freaking 100 years ago, wasn't it?
That's the thing. Like, I mean, my class just had a 20-year reunion a couple of weeks ago, and they didn't have any of the teachers there, except for my ROTC teacher that one time.
No, I don't mean the teachers. I just meant like during when they were at Hogwarts. When they were at Hogwarts during the school, where the teachers themselves having their own. Yeah, that's what I mean.
I remember SNL did a sketch with Daniel Radcliffe when he was hosting about Harry showing off to the other people. He was the chosen one. You gotta look it up. It's funny. It's so funny. But yeah, it's crazy that this whole movie is 20 years old. Like I said, I got a poster still here somewhere of the that was, oh yeah, here it is. I got this poster here when it was coming out in the first movie was coming out. I got this poster from my dad. That was a teaser poster of the original movie right here, of the owl holding the letter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man, I gotta remember. I really, if I found this earlier, I would have totally got it signed by. It's a little crinkly, but I totally want to see if I can get if I can find someone else from the Potter movies to come and sign it. That would be awesome. Lord knows if I get Daniel Radcliffe's autograph, that would be a dream come true, man. I heard that guy's amazing. I really think his singing is really underrated. Even if it's Coming Round the Mountain. I watched that again and it was the best.
I just typed in Daniel Radcliffe onto my YouTube search thing.
And the first thing you got was either Harry Potter or Coming Around the Mountain.
It's because I looked that up a long time ago when you first told us about that, when you first told me and Cruiser.
It was Jablonski who told me about that.
Oh yeah, Jablonski, yeah. When no, but wasn't it you that told me and Cruiser about it?
No, he did. Yeah, we were on the stream and he said that. He's like,
yeah, we were all on the stream, yeah. It was still on there. I just typed in like Daniel, and there was like Daniel Radcliffe in pink, like from your recent search.
If you want to see Daniel Radcliffe wearing nothing but lingerie and sing "Coming Around the Mountain," there you go. It is the best. Oh my god, he kisses a dude. Anyway, I remember him performing in the Broadway musical of How to Get Rich Quick Without Even Trying. He really got into it. But let's talk about another thing. But yeah, the special's on January 1st, 2022. Let's talk about the next thing here. The trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Dear God. It was released during the Game Awards, and we got a poster that was prior to it. I'm going to show it off here. Of Sonic riding the tornado. Tails is there. Dr. Robotnik's there. Well, we're going to talk about him soon. Tails voice actor Colleen O'Shaughnessy is voicing the role of him. It's apparently going to be something they'd never met before. And of course, we got Idris Elba as Knuckles.
There's an article I saw where it said he literally he asked what is Knuckles' full motivation, basically.
I'm guessing he's probably Eggman's tricked him again. And he looks great.
Well, no, not just that, but he meant like Knuckles in as a character. I would love to have just been there, sitting like at the table, listening to the people explain to Idris Elba Knuckles' whole backstory.
Yes. Unlike Sonic, he doesn't chuckle, but yeah, his design looks great. I thought it looks really good. He looks pretty good with the first stuff. He looks almost accurate to his game appearance there. Apologize, I forgot to put it in the S chat. But yeah, the other things that are going on there is what else we got here? So yeah, the poster was released there. It's coming out on April 8th. We got the other thing that's really cool is seeing Jim Carrey return as Dr. Robotnik or Dr. Eggman or whatever his name is now. I don't care. But this is interesting because he doesn't do a lot of sequels. Kuma?
So
I said it was interesting seeing Jim Carrey return for a sequel, which is something he really doesn't do.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, Robotnik, obviously, but I mean, Jim Carrey is always the one actor I feel like that does take on, like, depending on what role it is, like, he'll try and, like, get into the actual role of it, or, like, he'll make it his own in a sense.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, though. He just barely does sequels. That's the thing.
Yeah.
The only other sequel I believe he did was Ace Ventura, and that was it. Kick-Ass 2 does not count.
Or his own sequel, yeah.
Yeah, Derpy, his best pony, made the obvious joke here. Evan has corona. God, I'm getting old.
We all are.
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I'm 37 of age and I'm still doing this show, man. Come on. I'm 28 years old. Anyway,
I was just about to say I'm 10 years younger than that.
I don't even know what you are. Kuba, I like to think you're like hundreds of years old and he's just stayed that form.
Not gonna lie, if I was able, if like I know the whole downside of like being able to live for so long is like people have the whole like it's the I guess survivor skill of being able to live that long because you outlive your loved ones and things like that.
Yeah, seeing everybody die around you is crazy. I mean, we live near St. Augustine. I'm sure they sell parts of the Fountain of Youth somewhere.
But yeah, just like the whole thing of just like having that eternal youth.
Oh yeah.
There has to be some point where you just get bored and you just tell somebody.
Yeah.
Like you just tell the person that no one believes, be like, "Oh, hey, I've been around for a millennia." You know that?
I like this one joke that Family Guy does with the Fountain of Youth, where Peter's ancestor finds it, and he walks inside, and then he walks out.
Oh, it's just like
it's just like his neck down because he went neck down into the water. Anyway, next up was Halo. Halo. Oh my God, the Amblin series.
Oh.
We didn't get a lot on this one, but we did see some shots of the Chief in action. There wasn't really much to talk about. I just wanted to give this one an honorable mention because, you know, a Halo movie series is meant to happen.
I'm not gonna lie, I've always I know like with today's CGI and everything, we're able to do like almost literally anything if we want it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna lie, I always feel like a Halo movie and everything should just be a full animated like CGI movie kind of thing.
I think they made one time, but I didn't see it. I know Spielberg's company is doing this movie, and I think it's really cool. Because he's wanted to do a Halo movie for a long time.
I wonder if they'll get the pug in there somewhere.
I mean, considering how he's the big seat with West Side Story right now, which people are not being quiet about because apparently it's the best. It's considered to be better. I mean, I read the book, so you know. But that's another story for another day. I was going to talk about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I'm going to wait for Cruiser to get here. So in the meantime, let's move on to Spider News. That's our intro song, Kuma coughing from the drugs he's done. So Spider News. So here's some stuff that's been going on here. We are, like I said, we are no less than 5 days away, 4 for me because I got an IMAX screening on the 16th. We are 4, so in my terms, I'm 4 days away from seeing my beloved Spider-Man on TV. I mean, screen, excuse me. So, yeah, so as usual, more news is coming out, more TV spots showing clips that people are piecing together. I'm trying to avoid as much as possible at this point. So, let's go down the list here. This is kind of, I'm pretty sure this is old news, but this came into light. It was some revelations on actor Jamie Foxx, who's playing Electro. Like I said, I think this was already announced. This was already confirmed what his character was going to like, but I didn't know whether or not this was announced earlier, but that this was going to be his demand. He agreed to. It's basically a revelation on why he agreed to do the movie and reprise the role. Mm-hmm. He said he would only do it so long as he wasn't blue again. Like, we were looking at Electro's suit last time. I actually kind of made this stupid theory that it might be the leftover armor of Whiplash, because it has the arc reactor, and Whiplash had, like, the electric...
Oh, hey, you know the whole thing of how, when we were talking about how Doc Ock also had, like, red on his,
Oh, yeah.
His tentacles and all like that?
Is it because it's, like, theorized to be something Iron Man related or something?
In a bit, yeah. Or it's also related to the nanobots reacting more to because that's what the suit is mostly made out of, the Spider-Man suit. The suit is mostly nanobots, remember?
Oh yeah, but I didn't know but his tentacles were not. They were
Yeah. So the thing with that is that, remember how his claws or how his tentacles are connected through a neural thing in the back of his neck, or in the back.
Yeah,
but remember, it was damaged.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up actually.
So the thing with that is that the claws could be like taking on a mind of their own again within the movie, because like there are scenes where like if you look at like the center of them,
Yeah,
they go
they are doing the whole like
red and white thing, because like when they're red, that means the claws are in control, kind of sort of.
My friend Peter brought up a good point. Are we gonna see him actually have flamethrowers in him?
That would be kind of cool, because like the idea that I was getting at is that like the claws are like kind of communicating to the nanobots or something like that.
Yeah, I guess so.
And like that's why they're like bringing them to putting them onto the claws, basically.
And what does it do? We'll have to find out in a couple of days. But because I'm excited, I really am. Also, apparently the actress for Aunt May, Marissa Tomei, revealed the ending to her therapist this week. Only my therapist knows the ending, she said. I don't know how it will end up, but the weight must have been huge if she led telling her therapist about it. Honestly,
yeah. Now, wow, that therapist has to be like very well watched.
It's like I remember Little Karibo, who did commentary on The Force Awakens, who he does like the commentary track for people who are hard of hearing or seeing, or he's like describing everything that's going on, and he recorded that, and he sees people. He went to a toy store one time and saw a kid saying, "Oh my God, a Han Solo action figure! He's my favorite," and like he can't tell him that he dies in the movie. Oh my God!
But yeah, like I don't know how that would work with like this thing, because that hasn't came out yet in general. Like that kid will see that eventually. We're going to see it eventually, but this therapist has to deal with the whole thing of just like, and Marvel and all of them have to probably be like, this woman,
it's like Aunt
this
May,
woman,
on.
not Aunt May, the freaking therapist again, like they have to worry about her.
Yeah, I know, it's like crazy. Like I remember and I find it more fascinating that Tom Holland didn't spoil anything this time. It's so funny because I remember when he had to do interviews for Endgame and Infinity Wars, he had to be placed with like a certain actor so that way he wouldn't spoil anything.
Yeah, he was either placed with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, he like makes a joke. Everyone dies. He's like, and Cumberbatch looks at him like, dude. But like I know it was unintentional. He was just joking around. But like come on, Tom.
No, yeah. Every look that they give to him at half the time, whenever he says something about like the movies, and it's just going like,
bruh. Tom Brolin, come on. Tom Bra. But like the deal with that is just crazy, but like there's a lot going on here with this. I mean, like I really, considering we haven't seen a lot of Electro's new armor, I want to see where it goes, because like they had to when Electro got that blue look in the Amazing Spider-Man, it was just crazy, because that's the first new look he got from since the comics, and then they redid Shocker. Remember how they redid Shocker in the first one?
Oh yeah, they
gave him an arm.
Yeah,
that was it.
Oh yeah, they also switched him out too, or like mid movie.
Now you're the Shocker.
Yeah, right. There goes like, who are you? Blah blah. Like, you're the Shocker now.
I'm the Shocker now. Oh my God, I always confused Electro and Shocker. Honestly, I thought they were like the same villain.
I actually did know. I actually was able to tell them apart, because like I played the Spider-Man game that came out.
Yeah, that's what I was about. Like he was a villain in Spider-Man 2.
No, not just Spider-Man 2. It was the game before that as well too. It was the it was for damn, I'm really blanking on what system it was for. I think it was the 64.
No, it was PS1 and Xbox, I believe.
Okay. All right. No. Yeah. I think it was PlayStation.
Hey, Cruiser. By the way, how you doing?
Why are you giving Spider-Man head?
I'm holding Spider-Man's helmet. I got a new hobby of collecting helmets. So
that's going to take up more room than the signed figure I gave you.
I know. I'm just seeing what I can do with it. But I'm probably gonna store it in boxes. But like
I got an Oculus.
But no, you got to see this helmet, Cruiser. I'm gonna put it on real quick. I was waiting for you to come on here because I wanted to talk about that Texas Chainsaw Massacre trailer, but I want to show you this helmet first because it's pretty cool. Check this out. Hold on.
Hey, can you let me? Oh, I'm gonna wait for y'all to put your
As I
headphones
was
on.
saying earlier, I can't see shit in this, but check this out.
Oh yeah, watch this.
That is cool. I will give you that.
Oh, it's
That
even better. Check this
is
out. Hey,
cool.
Karen, activate instant kill.
Why is your helmet named Karen?
That
Because that's the
explain it
name
to
of the
him.
that's the name of the AI that's in his suit in the.
I never knew Spider-Man had an AI in his suit.
Didn't you see
Oh,
Homecoming?
Not the second one. Not yet, at least.
No, that's she's in the first one.
No,
Remember
yeah, she's in the first
he's
one.
in the
Yeah.
scene where he's in the warehouse and he's learning how to use the suit. He's talking to the AI.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's
He's
right.
like, you can call me Karen if you want. Man, did that joke age? But like, anyway.
Yeah, right. They're just going like,
who's
suit lady, what can I call you?
How about Karen? You can call me Karen if you like.
I call her Sheila.
But like, that's actually a decent name. But okay, Cruiser, I want to talk to you about this Texas Chainsaw Massacre trailer that's coming to
Indeed.
Amazon. First of all, I'm just gonna say up front, the reason why I want to talk to you specifically is I really do not care for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series. I respect the legacy it created, but I just cannot get into it. I
Well,
really
to be
can't.
fair, Evan, you're really not that much of a horror guy to begin with.
Well, I can't. Well, that's the thing. I saw the first movie, and I'm sitting there at the point where at the dinner table, I'm like, "Lady, shut the fuck up." But I'm looking at Leatherface's thing. I'm like, all I'm thinking to myself is, I wonder, can you imagine the cockroach problem in this house? Like, first of all, like I said, I didn't hate the first one. I just found it like, nah. Like I said, I respect what it did for film, and I know the whole Ed Gein. It was inspired by Ed Gein. It's the closest one. But I'm like, cool. So was Friday the 13th, and Psycho, and a whole lot of other films. But like, what is your thoughts on this upcoming movie?
Okay. Well, first of all, I do like the original movies. However,
Yeah, of course.
I actually preferred the 2003 remake that was produced by Michael Bay, of all people.
Michael Bay like produced every horror reboot that time.
But this one actually turned out good because, for starters, you had Arlie Ermy as one of the bad guys.
Oh yeah, isn't he the guy doesn't he play like the Dennis Hopper character? I believe.
No, he is a cop, but he's actually on the side of Leatherface. He's from that family.
Nice.
And because it was more of a, I guess you could say, big budget picture, although I don't think the budget was that big. It had way better cameras, way better lighting, a great score. The other one was supposed to just, feel gritty and real. I get that. But we no longer live in those times. Sorry, we don't.
I mean, the original one's a classic, no doubt. Like, it's a good movie, but like,
this new one seems to be taking cues from the 03 remake, which, because when you hear that noise, that's actually just a tuning fork that they're running against a piano string.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's how they did it.
Cool.
And that noise sticks with you. You're not gonna forget it.
You're talking about that fly-like sound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it looks like they're using similar production methods. The main thing I'm trying to wonder is this supposed to be a movie or a series?
I think it's a movie.
And of course, what are the characters going to be like? I'm not expecting.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not expecting like them to duplicate Arlie Ermey's performance. No, I'm not. He owns that. But I am curious to see what else they can do with the family, because the focus was always on them. It was never on the victims, I guess you could call them. Now, I will say, though, in the 03 remake, spoilers, just in case, one of them actually does get away. One of them does survive. She escapes.
She does in the first. So does one in the first movie, right? At the end. That really weird ending. She gets on the truck with the guy, and then Leatherface, when he gets away, Leatherface just goes into fucking freaks out and just dances around with his chainsaw. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah. It was the prequel they did where no one survived.
Yeah.
But that one isn't good. So, So what I'm wondering is, what new can they bring to the family, or maybe even the victims, that neither the original, the remake, or that weird one with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot he's so weird in that movie.
Yeah, I actually saw that one with Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger.
The scene where he has the gun in his mouth. It's so fucking funny. I with James Rolfe on this one. When he was nominated for Oscars, I want to see that scene as his preview scene for the nomination. But like, yeah, like one thing about this trailer that got me is like the scene where Leatherface has the chainsaw on the ground. And he's chasing the victim under there, and meanwhile, when I'm watching, I'm like saying, just roll to the side. He can't see you. Just roll to the goddamn side. But like, I know.
You sure about that? Because he knew to stab it through there.
Well, he knew that she was under there. Otherwise, he would have stabbed it on him, her. I forgot who it was. But like, it looks like something you'd be interested in. So. There's also that game that's coming out, but we didn't really get a lot to talk about aside it being a game.
Yeah, there wasn't much revealed.
Yep.
The only thing I will say about the game is that Leatherface looks too polished.
Yeah, he looks weird. I didn't even get that.
I mean, because
looks like
regardless of any Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie you see, Leatherface always has a dingy, dirty look.
Yeah, yes.
But this one looked too clean.
Yeah. I don't know. Put some makeup on him or something. That won't work. I don't know. Like
chuck some mud at him.
Chuck some mud. Give him some lipstick. Do something that makes him look like Leatherface.
Yeah, so that's all we got out of that. But am I looking forward to it? Yeah, let's see what you guys can do.
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, man. I might take a look if I can. Anyway, so going back to what we were talking about, the Marvel stuff there. We got a sequel to Shang-Chi now in the works. Destin Daniel Cretton returns as director and is also developing a Marvel series on Disney+. The star of the movie, I can never pronounce this guy's name right. I apologize.
Aquafina. I'm just kidding.
The main star tweeted this news in the best way possible because apparently some people criticized the movie. So he let out a tweet that said, "Yeah, we flopped so hard we got a sequel." Even the Eternal star, Kumail Nanjiani, who played Kingo, and responded with, "Yes, oh yes, oh yes." We also got confirms of that Venom 3 is also in the works, and the producer of the Spider-Man series, Amy Pascal, is also involved with it. Considering how the last one ends, I'm looking forward to seeing it unless they give any hints in a couple of days. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Are you going to see it, Cruiser?
I haven't even seen the first two Venoms.
No. I mean the new Spider-Man movie.
No, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad. But yeah, I haven't seen the first
I still like Spider-Man, okay?
Sure you do. Anyway, Anyway, like, well, that's it. Let's just buzz through the video game awards.
Mm-hmm.
Me, Cruiser, and Jablonski watched through the video game awards.
Yes, we sat through a 3-hour commercial.
Yeah, that's what I kind of hate. Like, here's the deal. The Video Game Awards is a community event. Like, it was made by the community. It was done by the community. Kruma, can you agree with me on that?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this looks like E3. Which, whatever.
And go ahead.
To a degree, I get why they do it. It's a popular event, and it's a good time to show off new game trailers. I understand. But can you give us some like less commercials on it? Like, I was in the middle. I'm like saying, hey, remember when this show gave out awards?
Yeah. It's kind of like the whole commercial thing with the Super Bowl. It's like one of the most viewed events in sports entertainment. I get that. And just like with the Video Game Awards, I'm guessing it's the most viewed video game event that's broadcasted. So
pretty much, yeah. One that isn't a tournament, at least.
So I get that a lot of people are going to be watching. But for the love of God, can you please be handing out more awards rather than doing 1 or 2 every hour?
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
So let's talk.
It's like,
Hey, for a little AMSR, let me know if y'all can hear this.
Yep.
What was that? Does that look like you were cracking your
The-
wrist?
No, that was the taking the plastic off of a new electronic thing.
Awesome.
Because video games are a big, huge collaborative effort, and it is interesting to see who's going to win what. But when you're padding it with so much previews and commercials, it's like getting a magazine subscription in the mail, but every page is one of those send in fill in forms. With only one page having the actual thing you subscribe to.
It's like, I know a lot of people don't like the Oscars, but like, give them some credit. Every single time they come back from a commercial break, they do another award.
Well, there's also the freaking Super Bowl as well too.
Well, the Super Bowl. Well, dude, let's just face it. As us on this channel, let's just face it. All of us are watching the Super Bowl only for the commercials.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. There are some people that are probably like that as well too.
But at least when they do commercials, they go back to the game. This one, it's
they did do some of that. I'm not saying they didn't do a lot of it. But
anyway, let's just go down these real quick. Player's Choice, Halo Infinite. Best Esports Event, I don't care, but it's 2021 League of Legends World Championship. Best Esports Coach, Koma, I'm going to say KKOMA. Best Esports Team, Natus Vincier. Best Esports, Simple with a 1 as an I. That's cute.
Yeah, best Esports Athlete.
Best Esports Game, League of Legends.
Mm-hmm.
Most anticipated game. This one really pissed me off.
Why?
Elden Ring.
Yeah, why did that piss you off?
I mean, I don't know. I think this is as much of a fanboy game as I'm like, the thing that really pissed me off. Like I said, I'm giving respect because, you know, these are the players chose this, and I'm not gonna really argue about it.
Yeah, here's also the other thing. Some of my other friends and everything were kind of mad because they wanted either Ratchet and Clank, freaking Psychonauts 2, or what was the other one? Oh yeah, or your favorite, Metroid to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing that
no spoilers for future winners. By the way, we're gonna go down the list.
No. Like, what are you talking about? You've seen it too.
No. I mean for the viewers.
Oh well, dude, we're doing this on Sunday. Those things happen.
I know, but still, still not a lot of people caught up.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, with like the whole thing of like people being pissed that like if it didn't win or anything. The only thing I could say is just that like those games will only appeal to people like us that like because like yes, we're excited because they came out. Like we're just excited that it's a prequel of a certain game kind of thing like that is what I mean.
Okay, like let me be realistic here. I understand. I find it more of a privilege to be nominated for this. I'm just going with the fan gasming and just going with all out character on this one. So, going up here, best indie game, Kenya Bridge of Spirits. Content creator of the year, Dream. Best multiplayer game, It Takes Two. Best sports racing game, Forza Horizon 5. Best simulation strategy game, Age of Empires 4. Best family game, It Takes Two. Best fighting game, Guilty Gear Strive. I'm really actually kind of finding it funny that Nickelodeon fighting game did not win.
Mm-hmm.
Best RPG, Tales of Arise. Best action adventure game, Metroid Dread. I'm just glad we walked away with one. Hint spoiler. Best action game, Returnal. Best VR AR game, I think Cruiser chose this one. Resident Evil 4 VR. Mm-hmm. Innovation and accessibility, Forza Horizon 5. Best community support. I fucking am gonna give you guys the biggest middle finger I ever got because I told you this was going to be the winner. Final Fantasy 14 Online. Best mobile game, Genshin Impact. I believe we chose that one. Best indie game, Kenya Bridge of Spirits. Best ongoing game. Oh no, scratch that. This wasn't the one. That wasn't the one I said was gonna win. That Final Fantasy 14 was gonna win. It was gonna be this one. By the way, the best ongoing game was Final Fantasy 14 Online. God damn it, Jablonski. Sorry, he sent an image in our chat that just shows Goku on his cloud holding up a giant sack with 3 balls. Anyway, Of course you said that. Best games for impact: Life is Strange, True Colors. Okay, we chose that one. Best performance: Maggie Robertson as Lady Demistra as Resident Evil Village. We chose that one, definitely.
And like Evan, I'm glad we at least walked away with one, and I'm not that surprised we walked away with just one. I will wait for Evan to finish before I explain why.
Best audio design: Forza Horizon 5. Best score and music: Nier Replicant. Best art direction: Deathloop. Best narrative: this one shocked us all. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Best game direction: Deathloop. And lastly, the game of the year: It Takes Two.
That was actually a real surprise, honestly. Like, it's a cool game, no lie, but like, just
I don't even know what it's about.
It's about these. I think it's about this girl's family. They get turned into these two little dolls, and they have to like escape their way to.
I think it's like the mom and dad are going through like a divorce, and their consciousness are like somehow transported into to like two dolls.
Now they have to work together to get out, and that's the bit of the game. You have to. It's like a platformer, like puzzle game where you have to work as a team to solve it. It's kind of like Portal 2, kind of.
Mm. Now, as I said, I'm not surprised that Resident Evil didn't win Game of the Year, because while I do like RE8 Village, it has a big glaring flaw, and
Why don't you take a closer look?
Oh, he was one of the best parts of the game.
I know he was.
And that flaw is that, like, maybe halfway through the game, it goes from survival horror to back to an action game, and that really irritated me. Supposedly it's because they got feedback saying that 7 was too scary. I'm like, that's when you crank it up to 11. Okay, that's what we came for. I personally at least loved what they did with Resident Evil 7, because it was in first person mode. It was this weird twisted family. They took it in a new direction. And so we were all excited for Village, and especially when we saw Lady Demiscu, that's what I'll just call her, or Lady D. So all the memes that came from her.
I don't even think she's that hot. I think she's just, I'm like, okay, she looks like my grandma as a Victorian ghost.
Well, what I thought was funny was just this meme of, Capcom, are you trying to make us scared or horny? Oh, God,
That's memes. The scary part. Cool. You can't decide. You're too distracted to figure out what you have to feel while she gets you.
And then suddenly it goes from that weird, creepy-ass baby level to, again, this action thing. And not to mention, spoilers, again, just in case, the main character that you play as, Ethan Winters, dies. And I think it may have been too soon to kill him off. Kind of like with Gwen from Amazing Spider-Man. They killed her off right in the second movie. No, that was a bad move. Bad move. So I'm definitely curious what they have for Resident Evil, what they have in mind for RE9, if that's what's coming next. But guys, stick with horror, please. Like you found, like you definitely captured lightning in a bottle with Resident Evil 4. Definitely.
Or better yet, can I just fill in for you thing? Better yet, sure. If you want to do an action game, fine. If you want to do a horror game, fine. Pick one.
Yeah, you're trying to please two. It's kind of like that old saying: when you try to please everybody, you end up pleasing nobody.
Yeah.
And you definitely captured.
I was about to say, unless
they definitely sorry, go ahead, Evan.
No, go on. I have to think of a good example. I can't go with that.
Okay, well, because you definitely capture lightning in a bottle with Resident Evil 4. There's a reason why so many people say that's the best game, and why so many people try to say it's overrated, but they can't deny how good it is. But they tried doing that again with Resident Evil 5, which was more action but still fun, but then really dropped the ball with 6. Okay, if you can't, you've had 2 tries to get the formula right again, and you failed. Go back to horror and just work your way up from there. If you want. You want the bad acting back?
I would totally love to do that. I want to see a cut of one of the the most recent Resident Evil games with the corny acting again.
Well, one thing that's funny is in Resident Evil Revelations 2, they bring back Barry, which cool, and his daughter makes a reference to the Jill sandwich remark. It's like, I can't believe my dad said that.
Oh, Resident Evil old time stuff. Love it. But no, with It Takes Two, like, I haven't played the game, but I'm actually really, really flabbergasted Metroid Dread did not walk away with that award.
For me, go ahead.
My reason why is because, like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm actually really good. All fun. It was all fun and love and war. One winner, whatever. Congratulations. But like, considering and I'm going to admit, it was a dry game for years. It was a very dry year for games. But like Metroid Dread, when that came out at E3, everybody went ballistic over it. Like, even when it came out, everybody went nuts. Everybody was posting shit. Everybody went crazy. It's like amazing that even happened, because like when it did, like, it took 20 years for this game to be hyped up, and like it comes up and doesn't get that there. Like, I respect it for at least getting nominated and recognized, but like,
well,
really?
Well, think back to what happened with Mighty Number 9. Everyone thought this was going to be the second coming of the Blue Bomber, that Kenji Inafune is back. Everyone thought this was going to be the coolest thing ever. Then it turns out to be mediocre. I can't rely, and sure, like, I would definitely say Metroid was obviously better executed, but hype doesn't really mean much. The final product does.
Yeah, and everybody liked the final product.
Yeah, everyone did. But what I'm saying is that you can't just rely on hype to declare a good game.
Maybe. Anyway, we're going to take a break here, ladies and gentlemen, and get on to Hooked on Harmonix, so we'll be right back.
Ion Nation, this is the Casa Cruiser, and for this week on Hooked on Harmonix, we're not going to be talking about an album. We are going to be talking about a festival, because Welcome to Rockville is coming back next year, and I am so hyped up about this lineup. For those, they had it last year, and the cool thing that kind of drove ticket sales was that Metallica was going to be headlining 2 days out of that 4-weekend festival, with 2 completely different set lists. And while that was epic, I wish I could have gone, the rest of the lineup was kind of meh. So it wasn't really worth it. And matter of fact, one of the other headliners was Leonard Skinner. Like, really? They're still around? Are they just a cover band now? Yeah, take that for a burn. But anyway, this is the lineup we got. So for our headliners of the first day, Thursday, we got Kiss, Five Finger Death Punch, and Papa Roach, with the co-headliners being In This Moment, Black Label Society, Clutch, and Down, which, if I remember, features Phil Anselmo from Pantera. Wicked. And I have yet to see Kiss in concert, so this is going to be a first for me. Looking forward to that. Then the headliners for Friday, we got Korn, Breaking Benjamin, Megadeth, and their co-headliners, Seether, Parkway Drive, Skillet, and Ministry. I was supposed to see Ministry at Ozfest 2000, my very first one. But because they couldn't do their cool kick-ass light show because they're playing during the day, they had to cancel. So this will be a chance to make up for that. Looking forward to it. And then Saturday, we got Guns N' Roses, Shinedown, Rise Against, and their co-headliners, Bush, Jerry Cantrell, which for those of you who don't know was from Alice in Chains, Nothing More, and Baroness. I have never seen Guns N' Roses. They're not really my thing. However, I would definitely jump at the opportunity to see them. Because not many people have. And then for the last day, Sunday, we got Foo Fighters, Smashing Pumpkins, and Jane's Addiction. And along with their co-headliners, Hailstorm, The Pretty Reckless, The Struts, and Poppy. Oh yeah, she's going to be there. as Evan's O face comes on.
No, well, my stepmom's a Struts fan, so I was gonna go like, oh my god.
So and not to mention, there's so many more other bands, and there's more to be announced. My dad is reserving his timeshare so that I can use it for this. I cannot wait for this festival, and I hope to see you guys there. This is the Concert Cruiser, and this has been Hooked on Harmonics.
You're watching another nerdy talk show. We're not being paid yet.
So, welcome back, everybody. Kuma's playing video games.
Huzzah! Now I'm actually just still having fun figuring the whole thing out, honestly.
I was telling him...
Like a true professional.
I was telling him that Cruiser a moment ago. There's a concert I've been trying... I actually was looking into, because Kraftwerk is actually touring again, and they have a concert in Orlando at at the Dr. Phillips Center on June 22nd, 2022 at 8 p.m. That's all Thingstown. I was going to see it, but then I looked at what concert it is, and I thought, and it's Kraftwerk 3D, and the moment I saw that, I'm like, oh fuck, and I like ran to the tickets thing, and I looked at the center and saw what seats were available. I'm like, god damn it!
None?
No, here's the deal with Kraftwerk. They're not like they're like more or less an artistic house band, where they like have a big where there's nobody really dancing to it. It's just people singing in the seats, because Kraftwerk's 3D's concerts are in 3D. Like the visuals.
No kidding.
The visuals behind them work with the music and everything. And if you know 3D movies, the best seats are in the front. All of them gone. That and the tickets are apparently like way too expensive. They're like almost $120. It's like crazy.
Well, this festival is like $300.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, granted, it's a 4-day festival with those headliners.
If I did want to go and see them, I'd probably bring my dad. So I don't know if I'd have enough money for that. So yeah, I'd have to see what's going on there. But I got a long way to do there. But yeah, seeing them there, I would want to see what they're doing. Considering Florian Schneider passed away last year, may he rest in peace. So yeah, we got a caller coming on here. Derpy is best pony. I'm gonna bring him on. Let's go there. Welcome, Derps. You're on Ants. I love that freaking profile picture.
That is
I am Ad. It fits so well.
Yes, it does. How you doing, buddy? Daddy, sit down and tell me how much you love my face.
I love my face.
Thank you. Anyway, anyway, how are you this fine evening, Mr. Derps?
Better than I was on Monday.
Tomorrow's it's my day off. I have a
Mine
lot.
too.
I have a lot of shit I gotta do this weekend, because I gotta friggin' I have to get my house prepared for my sister to be visiting. I gotta clean my goddamn room.
Do you want to be in your room?
No, I just want to make my place look nice. I have to share my bathroom, and I want my office to look nice. I got ants crawling all over my goddamn desk recently.
Well, I'm on ends right now.
Really cool. I like that. That's funny. The jokes write themselves. Anyway, so yes.
Yeah.
We were just talking concerts. Cruiser's gonna go see a whole bunch of what the fuck, and I was talking about seeing a Kraftwerk book maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, Kraftwerk. They actually started their own dating site, craftsingles.com.
Are you serious?
No, that's just a joke.
Oh, I
dude.
just got it. I just got it.
Oh my god.
Craft shingles. Oh my god! I remember we were talking to Tricky Fox one time at the Secret Rift, and Cruiser was talking about Rammstein, and he replies like, out of everything that came out of my country, that was it. And I'm like, hey, what about Kraftwerk? He's like, I don't know who that is. And like, I'm considering myself like, dude, they're the guys that basically created every house musician out there.
Oh,
That's kind of sad that you actually trumped the German.
German. Yeah, now you know that.
Oh my god.
Everything from my country. That's the only thing people remember. What about Kraftwerk?
Every
no
time
idea.
we're in hell, this
No,
happens.
at least I think he knew who that was. I think he said he wasn't a fan, but like he didn't know what it was. But like oh, good old Tricky
Oh,
Fox.
Jesus.
Oh, good
That's the
Tricky
best.
Fox. We gotta talk. I gotta send him an apology recently because of how long World War II. I've been sending apologies to all the actors. I've been drawing mad. I'm
It's
gonna
been
talk.
100 years.
300
Yes.
Yes, 300 years we're going to release World War II. Anyway.
Gotcha. There is something else that people remember that came from his country. Hitler.
And,
All right, thank you.
and Auschwitz too. But,
All right,
you know.
all right. Keep it PG.
There's actually two other bands that came out of his country that I like. Eisbrecher. Well, actually, no, three. Megahertz and
What is in your hand?
What?
Nothing.
No, Evan's hand.
Oh, this thing. These were just some bracelets that I broke, and I'm just messing with them.
Ah.
Do you watch Ants, dude? Every single time I'm on Ants, I'm always messing with something.
I know, but I haven't
Something
seen you mess with Joe.
Something has to be messing with my hands.
I'm not going to say anything, but a joke is obvious.
Oh, fuck you. You're going to say everything that's about there with the obvious joke. Cruiser said an obvious joke. You're going to say it either way. But except you're not going to have time because I have to... I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Did you do that? Oh my god, he died. Okay, so I want to actually share this with you guys in the Ants chat. Derpy wrote in the chat, "I win." Okay, so in the Ants chat, I've been wanting to tell you guys that I have been doing a lot of art recently. And if you look at the Ant chat,
yeah, we've been seeing it.
Yeah, if you look at the Ants chat, there I have it there. Kuma, have you seen this?
I am in a tropical forest right now.
Good. Have fun with that. Anyway, so I'm gonna.
Oh, actually, wait. Now I'm on. Ooh, I'm on a beach. Awesome.
Yeah, you're on a beach, and Spider-Man 2029 looks like he's about to pounce your ass. Anyway, so yeah, I made this image here, because I've been practicing a lot of art here with this image here that I made, and yeah, I've been showing it a lot recently. This went from a hand-drawn piece to like perfect stuff there, and I'm really proud of what I've been making. Really am. I mean, what do you guys think?
I can
It's better
see
than anything I can do.
I can see out of a small little hole. It looks really cool.
Thanks.
I like the eyes.
Yeah, I think I remember it said it looked like a character that came from Digimon.
I think so. I mean, like she's a character. I wanted to go with like a long, short, scruffy hair kind of deal. And I got the eyes I came up with actually originated from My Little Pony. Actually, I got the idea from that.
Just don't do the sparkly look.
I kind of had to do that there because I've been experimenting with a lot of art in this sketchbook that I got recently, and some of the stuff I've been experimenting with, like different, like head drawings, different sketches, and everything. It's something I've been really looking to pursue because with the Dream Project, I'm trying to make get more of the first-hand work with everything. So yeah, I was doing like a lot of stuff with different like emotions and everything. It's been crazy with this character. Like I've been doing a lot of stuff with that. It's just been nuts. And it's a good experiment. I'm trying to see what I can do with male heads next, and try and see what I can do with different angles and everything. It's been a real it's just a lot of trial and error really. It's something new I'm trying to work on. So I just wanted to share that with you guys and stuff like that. So yeah, that's been going on there. So, do you guys finish your Christmas shopping?
A little bit.
No one in my family has kids, so we don't Christmas shop for anybody. It's kind of sad.
What, you don't want to get your mom a beautiful Christmas gift?
Of course I do.
What about
but we never have money during Christmas.
You could always buy it. You could always make her something.
If anything, what I'd like to do is take her back to the parks, because she loves going there.
Well, you can.
But the issue is trying to find a sitter for her bedbound husband.
Let's see. You hear that? You hear that noise there? They're coming by my mic. That's ASMR. Just like Kuma. If Kuma can do it, I can do it too.
I thought it was Ramstein.
Holy shit!
Yeah, Kruma, that is Spider-Man behind you.
Dude, I'm flying! Oh.
And he's dead.
Well, hold on. So let
There he
me.
goes. Okay, he's back. Kuma, the fact of you flying while you're high right now is just hilarious. Kuma?
It's just, hold on. What? What? Where?
My sentiments exactly.
Dude, that was a big-ass mountain.
Okay, let me post something here in the ants chat because, well, I'll just let you see this for yourself here.
Let me see here. What do you got? What do you got? Oh my god, it's a picture of his junk.
Someone actually redid the Sonic 2 movie poster in the original style. But look at Tails.
He looks like.
Let me put these down.
Hold on, I gotta friggin' bring that back up. This was just. My question was, if this is what Tails was gonna look like, I wonder what Knuckles was gonna look like.
I'm scared to find out.
Yeah, Idris Elba as Knuckles was a great casting choice so far, from what I have to say. Like, Kuma was telling me the story. Like, what were you saying that Idris was like when he was giving the role of Knuckles again?
Oh no, I didn't. No, I didn't say anything. I just said that there was an article where there was where he was asking about Knuckles, like about his motivation and everything about as a character. And I was just saying, like, I would love to have been there, like, in that meeting room, just to been like, just to hear people explain the whole concept of who Knuckles is and like what's his thing in Sonic.
What is his thing in Sonic at this point?
He just was originally just Sonic's
Rival.
Yeah, rival, or
Well,
no,
basically,
or kind of a rival in a sense.
Well, basically, Dr. Robotnik was after the Master Emerald.
Yeah, I know. He tricks Sonic and steals it in the most comedic way ever.
He tricks Knuckles.
He tricks Knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah, Knuckles is basically the guardian of, like, the last of his race, and he's the guardian of the Master Emerald.
Well,
basically.
yeah, I know. In this case, I do know that, but oh wait, yeah, we do see the Master Emerald. I guess we see the Master Emerald in the in the trailer.
It's like in one or two scenes of the trailer. Yes.
Yeah, like he clearly has it, but like that was the weird thing about the game that I never got. He steals it in front of Knuckles. I'm like, what did you expect was going to happen? Although when he's stealing it and Knuckles try to take it back is the funniest part of that game, let's just face it.
Well, it is supposed to be a thing that Knuckles isn't like that bright, honestly.
I know, he's an idiot. How many times did Robotnik dupe him? Like 3 goddamn times. It's so funny.
I think, yeah, about that.
If you want to see smart Knuckles, read the Archie comics. I mean, like, I know people don't really favor them, and I know they're not canon, but he's a skilled badass in the comics. Especially when it goes into Super Knuckles form where he turns pink.
Excuse me?
Yeah, no, don't let the color fool you. He gets this pink color and he can, like, and he has, like, amazing abilities. He can shoot lasers from his palms. He can friggin' like, fly rather than glide. He has amazing chaos abilities.
It's snowing!
No, I have to look this up.
Yeah,
I have to see what this looks like.
Super Knuckles?
Honestly, this doesn't really look all that different.
Archie comics.
Getting it out of the shell.
Let me see. Kind of. It's more detailed in some drawings. Like he becomes an overpowered crazy badass though. That's just all you know. He doesn't look, on that
poster,
different.
the thing that makes me laugh more is the tails.
Looking back at it, he doesn't look too different. No, but his abilities are insane. He's in the comics. I believe he's the one that defeats Robotnik like once and for all. It's like it's crazy. Like the Archie comics are insane. My question is, are we gonna get Supersonic or Hypersonic in this thing?
There's just Supersonic, dude.
No, there's Hypersonic in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, because when in Sonic 3 and Knuckles you collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds and you become Supersonic, but then you turn them into the Super Chaos Emeralds and become Hypersonic, which is he's even faster, he's more invincible, he has more colors, and he actually goes straight up Super Saiyan 2.
So what's this Kamehameha thing?
His
spin, basically.
Yeah, he can. I think he can break the sound barrier. I believe. I could be wrong. He doesn't. He is.
I was about to say he already does. He already does that by himself. Oh wait, no, he just goes Sonic Boom.
Yeah, he doesn't Sonic Boom. I don't really know much there. He is faster in the game though.
Okay, yeah.
Sonic Boom.
Sonic has many final forms, such as like friggin' Excalibur Sonic, Darkspine Sonic, which is not a bad design, where he turns completely black and he has like ancient dreadlocks. It's really cool.
Werewolf Sonic is kind of cool. No lie.
Regular Sonic is like thing. Oh yeah. We should probably talk about some of the trailers that stuck out at the Game Awards, such as the Cuphead DLC.
Yeah, Last Course Meal Island or something like that.
It looks fine.
It's everyone keeps saying it's a really difficult game. It's no joke, so I will probably not be playing it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know, like, people say Cuphead is out of date, and this is coming out too late. I'm like, well, yeah, they're hand drawing all this shit. You got to give them some. It's gonna take time, dude. There's also this one we thought was a really good idea, Among Us in VR.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are loving that.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, that's a good idea. The kids haven't ruined. The kids may have ruined it, but I'd play it. But yeah, the new Sonic game, Sonic Frontiers. I looked at it. I'm like, it's a Sonic open world game.
Okay, and where's the complaining?
I don't know, like Sonic in an open world. I mean,
technically, he was in the first Sonic Adventures game. Technically,
I guess. I mean, I'm not saying it can't work. I'm just saying, because
it'll be interesting.
With Sonic in an open world, you have to kind of give him a big environment, like Breath of the Wild, with enough room to run.
Well, they tried to do that in Sonic 06.
I never played it, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, I did. I even beat the game.
Yep.
I don't know why.
How was it? How did it feel playing as Silver and trying to spin and thinking you can home attack people, but no, you can't? To be fair, I heard Silver's portions are actually not that bad. I heard they're a little fun.
Axel, come here, sweetie. Come here, kitty.
Let's see. Can I get Twitch on this thing?
Aw, that was my sweetheart.
Hold your kitty.
He doesn't like being held. Come here, Axel. But I will share as this: his original owners sent me the most adorable picture of him as a kitten during Christmas.
Yeah.
A Christmas kitten.
Christmas kitten, kitty Christmas. Grumpy Cat. Did you know Grumpy Cat had a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
That poor kitty.
Yeah, the cats. What was the name of the real Grumpy Cat? I think it was like Tartar Sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know
there.
there was a comic book series, but I didn't know there was a movie.
I don't remember much about the movie, but I like the voice they gave to Grumpy Cat. Let me see. Who was the voice actress for it? I think it was the voice of Mandy. Hold on. Who voiced Grumpy Cat? There's this one line where these guys are trying to break into a pet shop or something, and he's holding like a frog, and he looks at. Oh yeah, Aubrey Plaza. Oh, she mourned the cat. That's cute. But anyway, like I remember friggin' there's this one line in the movie because the Cinema Snob did one where one of these guys are like trying to break into a pet shop or something, and he has like this giant frog, this frog in his hands, and he holds it to his partner saying, "Look at this giant frog."
Like, as much as I like cats, I would never get into something like that. Like, I have not seen a talking cat. I am not going to see this Grumpy Cat movie. I have no intention of going to a cat convention. I don't need this stuff. Well, for they vend products for pet owners,
they
basically.
Have, like, adoption places there for cats and everything.
And apparently competitions for cats.
Oh yeah, cats can do cool stuff.
I'm not saying they can't.
I think in the Grumpy Cat movie, the cat wasn't necessarily like talking. It was like in its mind kind of thing.
It was
like Garfield.
It was homeward bound.
Yeah.
Logic.
Well, Garfield.
That is a good point. Then Garfield and Friends.
I mean, I was definitely a big fan of Garfield when I was a kid.
Garfield and
I used to have like a shit ton of books of that cat. But now as an adult, I'm not quite sure how much it connects with me. I just, I like the companionship of a cat. That's all I need. I don't need to go and buy high-tech litter boxes.
See, by the way, Derpy Best Pony, personally, dude, I think you should get a high-tech litter box, because Lord knows you're kind of used to the smell. It would be easier to kill the shit out. Anyway, but like...
No, I've been cleaning it, like, every other day.
Yeah. But, like, one thing that's really cool is that, like, one thing I want to see Cruiser do is go to a cat cafe. I have been to one of those, and they're adorable. If you know what a cat cafe is, it depends on what it is. It's like a tea place where you can get teas, coffees, and you sit in there in this room, and these cats are just running around. They just hang out with you. I had this one that leaped on my lap, and it was clearly friendly. I try to pet it, and it hisses at me. I'm like, okay.
You know what's interesting is that Heather Miller, Bronny's girlfriend, when I go over to their house and I see her cat Knife for the first time.
Knife?
Hey, Lovey. Yeah, that's what she named him. Yeah, he was a cute kitty. I would pet him, and I even left my door open so he can come and jump on my bed and take a nap with me, which he did do. And then suddenly, the cat needs some sort of had to go to the vet for some kind of an emergency. Turns out the cat is diabetic.
Yikes.
Poor kitty. And then suddenly, I see the cat again, and it hisses at me every time.
I guess he's not in the mood anymore because apparently he learned he's diabetic. Cats are weird. Cats are weird and curious and strange.
Dogs are not exactly that much better. I mean,
I like dogs. I mean, they're affectionate and they like to have.
Oh, they can, but some can be a pain in the ass. Like, my dad's girlfriend has a dog that's supposed to be an emotional support animal. But honestly, this dog needs an emotional support animal. Because I'll be staying over at my dad's. It's late at night. I gotta go to the bathroom. They're asleep. And I just open the door. And here's a little... And this dog starts barking, waking them up.
Oh, yeah, I hate that. It's like when you're trying to, like, make something in the microwave and you're afraid you'll wake everybody up because of the beeping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God, the beeping. That sounds like the name of a horror movie, The Beeping. I think Kuma's dead.
No, I'm actually setting up Twitch inside this thing.
Of course.
Or he is really tripping balls.
Oh, God, I had this weird idea. Speaking of tripping balls, I had this idea for us to do after the stream.
Oh, you know what we should actually get for Kuma as a Christmas present? That LSD game for the PlayStation.
Really? Let me see that real quick. Let me see. LSD for PS1. How much is that now? We got another caller, by the way. Well, let's bring him in there. Well, I decide what we're gonna watch, how much it is. Prince Golf as your audience.
Hey guys!
What's up?
Hey, heck.
Hey, Alan. Hi!
Hey, what's up?
Yo.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays to you too.
Merry Christmas.
How do you, Concert Cruiser?
Working.
Same here, man. I'm all over the place.
I have such exciting news to share with you guys tonight.
Oh my God! Yeah, Cruiser, you can get him that for Christmas. Go ahead, have fun with that.
I went to Chuck E. Cheese today.
Whoa!
And I got a job interview.
Really, did you nail it, man?
A guaranteed job interview. I had to before I even filled out the application, they're like, I'll get you a job interview.
Nice, man. I know you're a big
fan.
I'm
really excited.
I know you're a big fan of the Chuck, of working at Chuck's. Side note, Cruiser, the game is $1,100 used on eBay, so have fun with that.
Just get an emulator. We'll just get an emulator.
We'll get him an emulator. We'll get a. It's like, can I have a PS1? We have PS1 back at home.
I'm having fun messing with my PS5 lately.
You got a PS5, dude. Oh, you lucky.
Paid $800 for the damn thing, but it was worth it.
$300, man.
No, 800.
Oh yeah, the controllers have built-in mics into them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you don't have to spend $100 on the PS5 headset.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I have no real interest in the PS5 right now. If I did, I'd wanted to see it with a price gouge. I'll stick to my Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, as someone who is a PlayStation fan, I'm not in a giant rush to get a PS5.
What about the new Spider-Man game with both Peter and Miles, though?
Isn't that on PS4?
Yeah, you can get it on there too.
I thought they only put it on 5 because the 5 came out.
No, you can get it on 4.
Alright. Well, I can't wait to face Venom in this one.
Oh yeah, definitely, man, definitely. We're seeing we're all Spider-Man happy.
We are Venom.
Indeed.
Have you guys seen Carnage, by the way, yet?
I have not.
Nope.
I have seen the post credits. I've heard about the post credits scene. I didn't really have any interest in the Venom movies.
I own the first one on Amazon Prime Video, and I love the line, "When we get out, and we will, there is gonna be carnage."
Oh yeah, I know
I
that
know
line.
that one.
I'm a big Woody Harrelson fan. I love him in Zombieland. So I can't wait to see what he brings to as the full-on Carnage.
Oh yeah, I've heard good stuff about the Venom movies. I still have yet to see it. I have a poster that I won that for the Tom Hardy Venom movie. It was really cool.
Oh my gosh! I have a question for you guys. Did you play Maximum Carnage on the? I want to say 64.
Is that the one where they have the Black Sabbath cover on it of the Mob Rules?
Was it the 64 Cruiser, or am I thinking of the Super Nintendo Entertainment System?
Super Nintendo and Sega.
Was it on
What?
Sega?
Yeah.
Was it? Is it really as bad as people say?
Bad? No. Hard? Yes.
I'm just. Who did you all face in it? Because I've seen AVGN review it, and I'm like, wow, that looked really insane.
I don't know. I haven't really read the Maximum Carnage comic, but I think it looks.
Nah. Like I said, the James was right. Yeah, it's not the gold at the end of the rainbow, but it is bronze. It's basically a rental game.
It's the. He said it was the best laughing joke in Numbnuts game ever made.
Oh my god.
At least so far, we're yet to go through the 200th episode. We're waiting on part 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
He didn't get all the sports games though.
Which one did he miss?
Spirit of Speed.
Uh.
If you don't know what that is, it was the last game they.
No. I know which one you're talking about, but what's the last category?
I don't remember actually.
There was a sports games. There was
Marvel.
Marvel game.
And the movie tying games.
I think there was another one.
He does have
But-
a game. He did show footage of it.
So if that's the case, they're probably saving it for part 3.
Probably that was.
But
I know that was voted the worst game of the year that when it came out. That's all I know.
wait, say that again.
When it came out, it was apparently voted worst game of the year.
Oh.
Who gives what?
Anyway, as far as speaking of AVG and the 200th episode, the only thing that kind of disappoints me about it is that it's basically just a clip show, which may be tradition, I guess you could say, for a lot of programs. But I would have preferred it if he actually didn't pad it with so much clips, or at least make the clips shorter.
He has definitely shown his age throughout the whole series.
Well,
Well,
I will.
yeah,
To be fair,
Go ahead.
he is trying to go through the entire library, and I can kind of understand it would be kind of redundant to re-review every game again.
Well, I'm not expecting him to re-review every game again. I'm expecting him to talk more about the games that he hasn't reviewed.
Oh yeah, he is kind of, but like he's trying to run through all of them. I just want to know where this joke with this game programmer is going with.
Oh, it's the new AVGN video game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a third one coming.
Really? That's the joke they're putting up.
That's my best guess, and
Oh.
I'm sticking to it. If I had to gamble on it, I would.
Everybody is making the bet that Fred Futch is going to be in it.
What was your guys' first episode of AVGN? I have to know.
What?
Atari porn.
Oh
My first episode? One of the earlier ones. Because I started watching it like maybe in 08 or 09.
Oh, the early years. That was the heydays of AVGN, man.
Mine
Yeah.
was Bugs Bunny birthday blowout
Oh yeah,
episode.
My cousins gave me that introduction.
Blowout, right? Blowing your ass. Oh my god.
Dude,
So,
I want to thank you for joining us tonight. By the way,
of course, always. I'm really glad I'm able to come in again. Hopefully, I can be a guest star soon, Evan.
well, think about think about it. See what happens there. You got a lot lined up there. To let you know, we might have Aki Glancy on next week, but I'm not gonna confirm. I want you to take that with a grain of salt. I tried to see if she could come on tonight because we needed some more people, but like I was like, nah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where ABGN is. I still have yet to play his games.
I played the first one, and it's fun. It's hard on purpose, but definitely beatable. I did it myself. I beat it. I haven't played the second one yet, though. I do know that Limited Run Games is doing a special physical release of it. Will I get it? I don't know. Maybe if I do, it's probably gonna be for my Switch because it's not some big huge game. You could possibly beat it within a day if you're committed to it.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what the second one is like.
It's
If anything, if there's one thing I would have liked to have seen of this, and I know it's definitely stretching here, but I just still would have loved to see something like this, is to have one of the programmers of those games reach out to him and tell him why the game turned out so shitty.
Well, I guess one did for the Jurassic Park game.
Really? Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the guy who created the Xbox.
Yeah, that was cool. That was pretty cool. But the things with all these older games is that there was so little documentation back then that there's really no way to determine why these games turned out the way they did. You can speculate all you want, but you'll never have an official answer.
I'm not a games designer, so I wouldn't really know.
And it's not like I wouldn't give them any leeway because like with those early movie tie-in games, like they needed to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So okay, give them some leeway with that. The Jaws one wasn't so bad.
I heard people kind of like Jaws.
That one wasn't bad.
If I heard anything like Jaws, it's just that the way of defeating the shark is way too tedious.
Well, I heard getting to that point where you can fight him is tedious. I do remember renting Back to the Future from Blockbuster, and I didn't even see the movie, or at least I don't remember seeing it. But I had no idea. Like, wait, what am I doing here with this?
That was your weekend, just hearing that song over and over.
But if there's one thing I'm really glad to know, looking back at like AVGN and all the games he's reviewed, it's nice to know that it wasn't me. The games were bad. Okay.
Yeah. It was kind of the thing where like you back then, before you like got on the internet, you didn't realize that games might have been bad or not, and then you see what they were like in the internet, and you're like, yeah, this game must have been bad.
Mm-hmm. Not good. Not good. No. Well, speaking of video games and going back to Resident Evil, there's this website called Streamily, and basically it's the people who will actually do like online autograph signings, and they're doing this big event for Resident Evil, and they got the not the voice of Lady D, but the face model of Lady D. Yeah, Helena, that's her name. I have no idea how you pronounce her last name. But when you look at her face, you go like, okay, yeah, like they based her face off her.
Is she good looking, or like?
Very. She's very good looking.
Oh yeah, she must be.
That accent is sexy.
What kind of accent does she have?
I want to say Russian, but I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, Russian accents are really like. It looks like whenever you speak in like Russian accents, it feels good on the tongue. It's like Like, you know what I mean, right?
Let me see here. Let me see if I can actually put
Life is
her voice up. Her voice up to the microphone
Life
here.
is complicated. Come on.
Let's see. I got.
What?
Are you listening to us? Or are you listening to all this? Cruiser's gonna show us some beautiful Russian stuff there. Hey, you know what we should do after the stream?
Russian's not really one of my favorite languages, honestly.
Really, what is your favorite language?
Or
at least accent.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of like Irish accents.
Oh, nice.
Okay, here we go.
I will go live soon on Instagram. Scroll down, find out when, choose anything you want from my store, and I will sign it live. Streamily will ship it straight to you, the autograph. So this is so cool, and I can't wait to see you there.
I can kind of hear some,
Yeah.
I can kind of hear some Russian. In there.
Yeah. Her last name is Mankowska.
Maybe there has some German, maybe some Puerto Rican in there. I don't know.
Perhaps, but what I'm curious to know is that seeing how she was the face model, what I'm wondering is, did they do just mocap, or did they just have her like take pictures of her face expressing the character?
It's usually mocap, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, excuse me.
Well, I figure mocap would be more accurate for something like this.
Yeah. With because usually with mocap it's like that. Usually with face models, that's usually the case. I mean, like back then, before mocap, they usually just use them as use like what was called like base models for which I think they still do. It's like they had to draw stuff there. Like, you ever seen footage about how they originally made Disney movies?
Mm-mm.
What they do is they bring actors into the studio and have them on sound stages to reenact scenes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's why you see some of the voice actors in like the costumes. Like one example, when you know that scene in Peter Pan where Peter Pan has Hook on the edge of the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
They got a video. What the artist did was they sketched a picture of the actor dressed as Captain Hook on like a prop cliff to kind of get where the movements were like. So it's kind of some old school stuff.
And the voice actress for that character is going to be at Holiday Matsuri.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
right.
cool.
Are
Nice.
you gonna go, or? I know Kuma's going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going for the whole weekend, Kuma?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Because the only reason why I asked is because I am so afraid that because I'm going just Sunday, but I'm so afraid that like she'll show up for like maybe like the first 2 days, then bolt on the second, on the third.
Well, you know, you could probably pay Kuma. You could do what I do and have Kuma and pay Kuma to get an autograph for you, and just pay.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So just in case, I might have him do that for me.
Well, if that's okay with Kuma, I mean.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my God, Kuma, do you remember that time I made you get that autograph and I had to make you wait that for like 2 hours for me to get in?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cruiser, I'm not even going to hesitate on this thing. You got to take my advice on this. Give this to everybody. I think Kuma can agree with me on this. If you're going to go to Holiday Matsuri, get there early.
Yep.
We're not even, I don't care if I'm being over dramatic. You got to pass this word on to them. Get there early. Because if you do, you are not just going to not going to be able to get a parking space there. You are going to be stuck in traffic for a long, long time. I had to experience it. Kuma can vouch for me on this. Just pass that word on to anybody you know that's going, because I know Brawny's starting to do something.
Yeah. So when you go, Kuma, let me know how much he's charging for an autograph. Yeah, because I've actually started. Well, as you can tell, I do have an autograph collection here. But that side of my wall, I am dedicating to video games. I got Mario and his crew up there. I got Princess Zelda, Warren member from Q*bert, the voice of NBA Jam, Mortal Kombat, Billy Mitchell, Rampage. So I want to put some more more video game autographs over there.
I wanted to go again this year, but because I went there in 2018, I did it's actually where I filmed probably one of my favorite Concombers episodes. But you obviously have heard of the weekend of Conmiss.
Yep.
That's one basically when I did Concombers for Holiday Matsuri, I went around and I did like a whole night before Christmas kind of narrative to it. It's one of my favorite ones. I had to plant think Kuma's in it. He has one line in it where he says, "Stop filming me now or you're going to die."
Oh yeah, I figured out Twitch on this finally, and I'm seeing you guys like on, like you guys are like above me and shit.
Wow, can you see the person that's tied up next to my door over there?
No, cause like it's a non 3D, so like you got it's basically like a big movie screen in front of me, or just like a giant ass screen in a sense.
Dude,
I've been debating whether or not to get one of those VR things, either be it Oculus or PlayStation.
This one only cost me cause this was the 126 or 28 gig, I think.
Who else is gonna be there?
And it was just 300.
Oh fuck, man! You got friggin'. Who else is gonna be here? Friggin' Doppio's voice actor is gonna be there. That's cool.
Doppy.
Friggin' Griffin Burns.
Oh.
J. Michael Tatum. He comes every year, I believe. I heard he's a really nice dude. Xander Mobus, the voice of Master Hand, is gonna be there, and Joker. Let me see what we got here for your little friend here, Miss Maggie Robertson. Was it? Oh yeah, that is bullshit. They don't give you the autograph prices.
Yeah, it just says to be determined. Like it's like a week away. You still don't know?
Yeah, they should probably tell you there.
Well, I don't think they usually pick their prices. That's why I think it's usually their handler.
Yeah, but you think they would have at least asked them, like, "Hey, do you have a price for us yet?" I mean, on this whole Streamily thing, it says like she's charging $50. However, like the stuff she has for sale there is really not that interesting.
I remember friggin' I went there one time and the voice actor for Steven from Steven Universe was there, and no one was in his line at the time because it was like early days. So there was this guy there just as Steven. He had a ukulele and all he did was just stand next to his booth and serenade him the entire time. It was really peaceful. Everybody wanted to get Todd Habercorn's autograph, and he's just sitting there just chilling. And he was liking it. He was having a good time like talking to this dude. He was really cool. You see, that's Cruiser's strategy. Whenever he goes to a convention, he sees the one guest there that's not getting attention. He sits down and has a conversition with them, and then boom, friend.
Me and Erica have chatted with the voice actors for Ruby. We've chatted to them several times, a bit, and we've talked to their handler, like the guy who's usually the person responsible for like getting them to wherever on their tables and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah, we got into like where we know him a bit to where like he recognizes us at times, and he'll just like tell us about some of the stuff of like where the girls will be at what con kind of thing.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
that's kind of, I know that feeling there. But yeah, Cruiser, I could have swore that you said that was your strategy. Like went over to like some of the lesser known guests and just had a conversation with them because they're.
Well, I don't know if I ever said that out loud. That's the thing. I mean, I'm sure that's happened to me on more than one occasion. Matter of fact, it just happened with Billy Mitchell.
Ooh, motherfucking Chalk Twins are coming.
Who?
The Chalk Twins. There are these two siblings that make they're chalk artists, right?
Oh, okay.
What they make is incredible. You gotta look up some of their stuff. They make freaking awesome shit.
Yeah, it's amazing. They kind of do the whole thing throughout the whole con.
Yeah, you gotta look up some of the stuff they do. It's amazing what they do. I love these cosplay guests. I like what they come up with. That's kind of the interesting thing where you see like cosplayers getting like friggin'
cosplayers.
Not
them
dissing the art of cosplay. Now, I'm not dissing the art of cosplay. Not at all. A lot of work and effort goes into those costumes. What I don't understand is why they are paid guests that people would even pay for their autograph.
Well,
because and now here's why I say this, because again, no malice whatsoever. But when I went to a con where basically the guests, or the guests of honor, were basically YouTube stars, and we're talking people like well, like when I went to Con Bravo in 2012, they had like half of the original Channel Awesome lineup, and they were not charging for autographs. So
the best way to
yeah.
describe it, Cruiser, is like these are not just like people in
It's
costumes.
they have like a fan following, basically.
Yeah, there's some fans that, not to mention, they're also technically models. Models are like known for getting good autographs, man.
Yeah, there's this one cosplayer. Her name is Yaya Han.
Yeah, I know her. She does she's the one who made my pony ears.
Yeah, dude, she has besides cosplay, she has like investments in like several other things. Like she has her own product of material, like crafting material. She makes I think makeup.
It's like getting
and along with wings and horns.
It's like getting an autograph from like friggin', I don't know, Elon Musk. He's not as he. Okay, that's a bad example. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would kind of classify him as a celebrity.
It's like going. Yeah. It's like going. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good business icon. Like, it's kind of like meeting a celebrity in business. You like seeing those who influenced you and getting into stuff there.
Well, here's an even bigger, we'll say, paradox. Doug Walker appears at cons, but he is almost never a paid-for guest. Like, they basically have their own vendor's booth. But yeah, James Rolfe is. James Rolfe actually is a paid guest of honor, and people do pay for his autograph.
Yeah. I know Doug Walker says he. I do know his policy. I actually did hear about it. He says the only thing he really just charges for is just like travel in hotel. That's all he wants.
Not even. What about for the booth?
Yeah, he said he'd buy the booth. He just says, dude, if you only forget, just travel in hotel. That's all I need, really. Which to be fair, I can understand that. That would be cool. If I want to go, like, say, get a booth at, like, I don't know, TrotCon. What's that one pony convention in Germany?
Galacon, I think.
Galacon, yeah. If I wanted to go to Galacon and buy a booth there, I'm like, dude, I wish they could just pay for my ticket and thing to get there, and I could just sell there.
I want to go to Cider Fest.
Yeah, I've been thinking about Cider Fest. I want to take my girlfriend there one day.
I want to check it out.
Yes, why don't I? Oh my god! Don't ruin a possible Christmas for my girlfriend. Fucking.
Daniel Ingram is still scheduled to be at BabsCon. So
Penguin.
Dude.
Oh, did you see the music video for that, Kuma?
Yeah, and I've been listening to the song. I've been re-listening to it.
You know what you should do? Talk to Daniel. See if you should do a panel together.
What makes you think I haven't?
I don't know. I just made I didn't think that. I just made the suggestion in the case you didn't. But are you? But I don't want to go too deep into it because I know you got a lot of plans there.
Yeah, because I'll be seeing my friend Kurt again, which I always enjoy meeting up with him.
Good old Fury.
And yeah, and there was a third amusement park in that area he wanted to show me, but we only had time for 2.
Wait, what was
so this will be a chance.
What's the theme park?
What's that? I can't remember. It was on a pier. That's all I can remember.
It's not Knott's Berry Farm, is it?
No, but that is one he'd like me to see. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's actually, believe it or not, Knott's Berry Farm, from what I've heard, is Universal's competition in Halloween nights.
I think actually they're the ones who started it, and Universal stole the idea.
Which is saying a lot because I heard the Halloween Horror Nights in California's Universal Studios is actually really underwhelming from what I heard. I mean, it's kind of like the one in Atlanta, but it's not as good.
Well, Kurt actually did go to the one in Hollywood, and from what he told me, this was the one thing that I was really curious about, because there was a part in it where you actually hop on the tram tour.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I was intrigued when I heard that, because in my head, I'm thinking kind of like those haunted cornfield mazes where, they drive some sort of like buggy out there. There's people jumping out, maybe like grabbing onto the cart.
One has a wooden spoon,
And that doesn't happen. That didn't happen. They just took them to a different location where there was a scare zone. So I was really disappointed when I heard that.
Yeah, like, if anything, the best way to describe it is the one in Orlando is superior from what I'm hearing there. Heck, Knott's Berry Farm even has a better name for their thing. Not Scary Farm. Come on, that's just charming. You can't even deny that. I mean, Halloween Horror Nights, I get it, but like, come on, not Scary Farm. That's just adorably charming.
Like, I still want to check out the Universal and even Disney parks that are out there in California, because hey, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, the Disney
It's part of
parks
the
are
it's part of the legacy.
the Disney parks are okay there. I went to it once.
And there was one that he took me to that had this interesting roller coaster where the track, if anything, resembled a Hot Wheels track. Because if you ever seen like a typical roller coaster track, you just kind of have the bar that's there in the middle, and there's like spokes sticking out onto the steel rim of the edge of the track.
I think I know the
But
roller
this,
coaster you're talking about.
yeah, because when I
though, I'm sorry.
but yeah, and the seats, however, is just like it's not like a row of seats. It's like one line of six or something like that. And when you go on this thing, holy shit, it will throw you for a spin. Like it really will. And because it will whip you around, but in a good way. Like it's not jerking your head or anything, but it's intense like that. And because it's tightly packed in, it looks like you're actually about to crash with the track or something like that.
I thought you were about to say crap on the track.
Crash on the track.
This just made me wonder. A Hot Wheels roller coaster would be pretty cool.
Yeah, Toy Story World.
They don't use Hot Wheels have not been in there.
Good question, actually.
There's the Tycho.
No, wait. It was in Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. That's.
Oh yeah, that movie happened.
I don't remember hating that movie. I still remember it pretty well.
I haven't seen a lot of it, so I can't really speak for it. I've only seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I saw Honey, I Blew Up the Baby. I have seen. That's all I've seen. I saw Shrunk the Audience.
I feel like the baby one wasn't really necessary.
That was cute.
It was cool, but unnecessary. No.
When I saw it in theaters as a kid, I actually teared up when they hurt the baby.
Oh yeah, and you can't get away with that. Hurting the baby is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Just as even more crazy than that title. Come on, Honey, I Blew the Baby. Come on.
And then they blew up the mother.
Yeah, and then they made Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. It was
and then Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves.
I don't remember. I didn't see Honey, I Shrunk Ourselves. I remember the trailer for a Toy Story, and I remember seeing the on the VHS. There were these two different trailers. One where it shows the cockroach, and it's like at a low frame rate in one scene, but and then in another commercial, it's like at a good frame rate. It's like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Who was in that movie? I know Rick Moranis was in it, but who else was in that movie? Friggin'.
I still can't figure out if they had the original kids, though. That's the other thing.
I think they didn't because the kids didn't return for the sequel for the baby.
Yeah, and I also remember the trailer for the Final Five, too. That was an interesting one.
Yeah.
The Final Five, is it?
Yeah, it is. Cruiser already announced it, genius. Welcome to the Final Five, where we talk about the final five things and final five moments of final fiveness. So the final five is where we talk about stuff for the last 5 minutes of the stream. And
what the hell just happened?
You logged off.
No, I did not. I literally did not press anything on my end.
Well, Kuma, you better decide something fast because you want to know why? You're going first as usual. Because it's ladies first, yeah. And Kuma, you go first. Your time begins now.
Hey, it's me here by myself talking. What's up? Yeah. No, nothing much. Just kind of been packing and like double checking on some stuff because gonna be going to Hogwarts. I'm gonna be leaving like on Tuesday because I'm gonna be heading to Miami first to go pick up Erica, some friends, and then like we're all gonna be heading up there on Thursday. So mostly just that, and yeah, again some D&D stuff and just playing around on that more. But yeah, that's all. Still living the free life. Yay.
That's a life, dude. Get a girl. All right, Cruiser, your time begins. No.
All right, the interview with Billy Mitchell is done. I'm just waiting for my friend Kurt to put the beginning and ending sequences on it. And I have been typing up the next episode of Hoof Rock, where I will be finally looking at the Equestria Girls soundtrack, the first one. I am starting to feel that itch to do something again, and with BabsCon coming up, it's time I put some more effort onto my Brony channel. So definitely be looking forward to that. I'm also going to try to see if I can do some regular single episodes or single song episodes with special guests. Like I have been talking with Looney Turtle to do one with him as well. And I will also be at Holiday Matsuri, but just for Sunday. Hopefully this will give me another chance to do Concombers, but I need to wait and see if King Sombra is going to be returning first. And with that said, have a Merry Christmas, everyone.
We have another stream for Christmas. Anyway, it's my turn. Let's get this down and kablooey. I really don't have anything to say, ladies and gentlemen. I've just been doing what I do best, trying to get shit done. I have a lot of stuff I got to take care of. I'm working on Mystery Brony Theater very little right now because like of all the stuff that's been going on. But like I said, outside of work, I've been working on my dream project, so I'm hoping that goes somewhere. I've been talking a lot with Aki Glancy about it. She's really interested in the stuff, but like, well, that's the story for another day. I have to see whether or not I can be done. But like I said, I'm doing art, so we'll see what happens. With that said, I think that's all I can really say. So with that, I'm bringing you over to Kuma's quote of the week. So stand by for that.
Yay! So the quote of the week comes from the great Jack the King Kirby. And it is, "Our dreams are what make us large." And that'll be all, and good night to everybody, and happy holidays.
We've had lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of fun, but now the time has come to go. If this Silcon was found dead in his bed tomorrow, I'd be in heaven still doing this show. See you some other time! Ugh.